Finally, some tips on how to care for your new hair at home. Of course, it's made from 100% human hair, so when you're looking after it, you should look after it like you look after human hair. It's fine to use heat as long as it's not too high, and not every day. We would recommend that if you're wearing your hair every day, you would wash it once a week. You would take time to wash it and wash it as per the instructions in the book. Your fitter will also go through with this with you on the phone or via Skype if you require that service. Things to remember. When the hair is wet, it is most vulnerable. So when we are washing it, it really should be with a very, very gentle kind of massage. Always in a downward position like this, and very, very gentle. When we come through the ends with the shampoo, it should be like this. We are never kind of doing this with the hair. Wash it just the once, possibly twice if you've had a particularly busy week or you've worn it more than usual. You maybe want to wash it twice. So we would shampoo it using the shampoo or conditioners provided and recommended by your fitter. These will come with your wig when it's delivered. Always use the right products. This is really important to take care of the hair. So we would shampoo it once or twice depending on what it needed. Then we would get the conditioner, and the conditioner would be placed on the hair from about here all the way through to the ends. We would leave that on for about 20 minutes. We would then rinse the wig. I actually prefer to wash my wigs on a head. I think it's much easier. But a cheap polystyrene head, usually for a couple of pounds from eBay or Amazon, will do the job really nicely. So you place the wig on the head, on the polystyrene head, and then do it. It's not advisable to wash the wig on your own head. It makes it really quite difficult. Once that conditioner sat there for 20 minutes, we would rinse and rinse and rinse. The temperature of the water should be tepid, not cold, but certainly not hot. We want to keep as much heat off the hair as we possibly can. When you think you've rinsed it and it's finished, rinse it again. The wig will hold the products much more than your natural hair, so it's really important to give it a thorough rinse. Once we feel like that's done, we'll take the wig off the head, wrap it in a towel and blot dry, ever so gently, like this. I would then leave the wig wrapped in a towel for maybe an hour. This would get the really wet out of it, so it's not dripping when we want to do something with it. After that, I would put the wig back onto the polystyrene head if I have one, alternatively onto somebody's head, that would work. I would then use the brush that's provided in the bag and give it a very gentle brush through. It shouldn't be taddy if you've washed it very gently, so it should go through just like this is now. Give it a gentle brush through, put in your parting, so if it's a middle parting, make sure the middle parting is in, and brush it down. When we dry the wigs, I like to dry the wigs brushed in a backward fashion. When it's wet, it obviously stays there. The reason for this, that a lot of wigs want to come forward, and if we allow them to dry back off the face, we tend to find that the next day when they are dry, they kind of sit back off the face instead of falling forward. So I would style the wig like this, and then I would take it off the polystyrene stand if you had one and put it onto the plastic stand that has been sent with your wig. The reason for this is because when the wig is wet, it can stretch. So we don't want to put a wet wig on anything that's going to keep it taut like this. It's much better to use the plastic stand that you've been given, or perhaps an upside down vase. Leave it to air dry overnight. This protects the knots. Once the knots are dry, the wig is much more stable, and you'll actually find by air drying it overnight, it needs very, very little doing with it the next day. It might just need a little bit of a blow dry, or the straighteners popped round it once, and that would see you through until the next time you washed your hair.